Bhagavad Gita, 5th chapter, Sannyasa Yoga, 15th verse.
Nadatte kasyachit papam na chaiva sukritam vibhu ajnanena vritam jnanam tena muhyanti jantavaha.
Nadatte kasyachit papam nachaiva sukrutam vibhuhu Ajnanena vritam jnanam tena muhyanti jantavaha. The translation: the inner space does not choose bad fortune or auspiciousness. Man is bewildered by the consciousness that is covered by ignorance. Nadatte kasyachit papam nachaiva sukrutam vibhuhu ajnanena vritam jnanam tena muhyanti jantavaha. Bhagavan is reminding all of us to get back to that witnessing consciousness, which is our origin, the place, the space in which we are established, the space in which we are going to dissolve. Nadatte kasyachit papam nachaiva sukritam vibhuhu ajnanena vritam jnanam tena muhyanti jantavaha. The inner space does not choose bad. It does not choose good. It neither feels bad nor feels good. When you are covered by ignorance, that is the moment you feel something is bad, something is good. So understand, first thing you need to know, only for enlightenment this human body has worth. Human life is worthy only for enlightenment. It is not worthy for anything else. And if you are working, thinking, functioning, keeping anything else as the priority, suffering is inevitable. Nadatte kasyachit papam nachaiva sukrutam vibhuhu. How I feel when I hear this line, Nadatte kasyachit papam nachaiva sukritam vibhuhu. If you attend this Gaunbanega Crorepati shows, this kind of some shows, and that person declares you won 1 crore, that word, how you will feel, I can say the same ecstasy I feel when I listen to this word. Nadatte kasyachit papam nachaiva sukritam vibhuhu. Because the moment you heard, the moment you hear, you got 1 crore. Now you know so many of your dreams are going to be fulfilled. Your future is going to be bright. Or whatever way you want, you are going to live. There is a huge freedom in your life for you to fly. When I hear this word, I feel exactly the same. God, then my whole future is free. I am this free being. Of course, even if I don't hear that, I am going to feel that is different because of the experience. Even if you have 10 crore, if they give you 1 more crore, naturally it is going to be I tell you, even if you have enlightenment experience, when Bhagavan says these words, it's so beautiful. reassuring, reconfirming your experience. Nadatte kasyachit papam nachaiva sukritam vibhuhu Anyane napratam jnanam tena muhyanti chantavaha. Your inner space neither suffers nor enjoys. Only when the ignorance is covered, only when your consciousness is covered by ignorance, you get into the confusion. You are bewildered. You can't understand what is right, what is wrong. You do not know what it is. Only then suffering starts. Yesterday was reported by some of our ashramites. One Kannada channel has collected few top psychiatrists and psychoanalysts of the country and gave them a lot of money and tried to do a very abusive show on me. Do you know the funny thing? Finally, without even their knowledge, without even they knowing, they complimented me and went away. Let me tell you the whole show. This anchor fellow, who is the channel person, is trying to put continuously poison and convincing those psychoanalysts and psychiatrists to give a negative statements about me. He is saying, when you listen to his discourses, don't you see he has a split personality? And they also took my different pictures. Me sitting with goggles in Kailash, and me sitting here like a yogi in saffron, me with some photographs of some of my photographs with Sherwani, and they even ran a show on my dress. Of course, about that I will talk later on. And with all these evidences, they are showing all different pictures of me, and the YouTube clips, sometime like a child talking, sometime like a God blessing, all that, they mixed and showed everything, and they are asking that psychoanalysts, psychiatrists, I think top people from that field, they are asking, don't you feel this guy has a split personality? And those two fellows, I don't know whether they are very innocently made this statement or they felt really they are abusing me, condemning me. They said, both of them are saying very seriously, no, before coming to this show to prepare ourselves for last few weeks, we are studying his YouTube satsangs, his discourses in YouTube. We are seeing his photographs. We are continuously watching everything. We are very clear. We can't say he is a split personality. Only thing we can make a statement about him is he doesn't have a personality. Arey, that is what I am telling for last 10 years. Do you need to spend money to find this truth? That is what I am telling for last 10 years. And they are continuously giving so many arguments. You know, some of the arguments they presented, they really thought they are abusing me. But the arguments they presented, they are saying, see, when we listen to his words, his discourses, his statements, and look at his eyes, we are very clear he is not lying. He can't be lying. But we can't believe. They are doing analysis on my satsangs on esoteric experiences and mystical experiences. They are commenting, oh, when we see that story of Ganesha eating, or my Arunagiri Yogeshwara story, my darshan with Arunagiri Yogeshwara, or many other stories. Even about Kundalini awakening, they are only able to make fun, they are not able to say it is fake. How can so many thousands of people fake? First, when one or two places the materialization happened, they said, no, it's all his own agents. When they started seeing all over the world happening, they said, how can there be so many agents? Now, none of them are saying it is fake and all. They stopped using the word. They just make fun. If you ask, if you corner them, tell us whether it is true or false, they avoid the question. And there are some more statements they made. They thought they are abusing me, but in the end, whole world understands and I request those psychoanalysts and psychiatrists, all of them, to spend little more time studying and I also offer free inner awakening program for you. If you really want to find out whether I am a split personality or what kind of personality I am, I invite you to come here physically, spend few days and try to analyze. And one more statement they made, now I remember. The anchor person is asking, sir, ordinary uneducated people, if they go, they will be mesmerized, hypnotized. We understand. How come so many educated people are going? Highly qualified people are going. Even people like us, he is telling, people like us who are all highly educated, even on us, will his mesmerizing effort will work? That effect will happen? They are saying, we don't know why to take risk. So I invite all you guys to come through YouTube discourses. How can you find out what kind of a personality I am? This is the invitation by the ocean for the salt dolls. These salt dolls, having a yardstick made out of salt, sitting and measuring, just seeing few of my waves. Oh, this fellow is a split personality. Finally, end of the show, their conclusion is, we can't come to any conclusion about him. Arey, what about you? Even I am not able to come to any conclusion about me. That is the beauty of life. I tell you, understand this one verse from Bhagavan. Nadatte kasyachit papam nachaiva sukrutam vibhuhu. Your inner space neither enjoys nor suffers. Anything enjoys or suffers is not your inner space. It is something else. You are confused. One guy came home late night, fully drunk. Wife was very angry with him, beaten him black and blue, dumped him on the bed. Late night, that fellow, due to pain, could not sleep, goes to the bathroom, looks at him in the mirror, sees all the wounds bleeding, meticulously applies medicine, puts the bandage, goes and sleeps with a satisfaction. Next day morning, he is out of the alcohol's effect. But tremendous pain. He wakes up and asks the wife, I don't know why still I have so much of pain, even after putting medicine. She says, yes, I saw all the bandage and medicine on the mirror in the bathroom. Understand, if anything in you is suffering or enjoying, it is the mirror, not you. You are putting medicine and bandage on mirror and thinking you put it on yourself. After a long time, I am telling a story. Anything which suffers or enjoys is not you. Because of your ignorance and delusion, you associate yourself with it. I wanted this truth to be taught to our kids as a syllabus in the first level of first class in the Gurukul. The first grade itself, this truth should be taught to our kids. Because kids can understand this truth very easily. They have not yet gathered the bundle of emotions. The delusion and the illusion comes by your so-called referring attitude. Please understand, the biggest culprit destroying your life is referring attitude. Now when I say you neither suffer nor enjoy, immediately you refer back. No, half an hour before I spoke to my husband, I suffered. 2 days before, I spoke to my mother, she tortured me. 2 months before, I spoke to my relatives. They were torturing me. 1 year before I spoke to my friend. It was such a joy. You immediately refer with your deluded past. Please understand, if you have a clean, pure consciousness at least once. Somebody came and told me yesterday about their spiritual experience. Happened a month ago, last Purnami or some, I don't know which day, few days ago. When he described his experience in the energy session, I held his hand and touched his Anagata chakra to see the purity of that experience. I was shocked. He had a glimpse of enlightenment. It was a first thing came out of my mouth is, it's a true experience, not fantasy, not imagination. Experience he had is a true experience, because when I touched him, I could see that he had at least few moments of pure past. For example, I am giving this example for him. Whatever truth I say, if he verifies the truths, now I am saying, your inner space does not choose bad or good. It neither suffers nor enjoys. If he refers this truth with his experience, that pure past, he will say, yes, what he is saying is right. He will start living. But when you refer with your contaminated past, my father fired at me, I had suffering. My mother gave me candy, I had enjoyment. What do you mean by we neither suffer nor enjoy? Referring with the contaminated past is the culprit. These 21 days, my only effort is to give you a pure past. See, at least few times I put this pure consciousness inside your system. When you go back, you will always refer this pure past as a referring scale. Keeping this pure consciousness as a referring scale, you will make all decisions in your life. So my whole effort is to give you this pure consciousness with which you can refer and make decisions, not continuously on the contaminated past. It is like your security himself is stealing. You put some security for your house. When you come here, he steals. The source of reference, the reference source you use itself is contaminated. That is where the whole suffering starts. I tell you, even when I read this word, nadatye kasyachit papam nachaiva shukradam vibhuhu, I feel that there is nothing, no suffering in the world. There are few psychoanalysts in US and Canada try to analyze Sri Krishna. But those fellows are completely biased, and after analyzing their saying, they made some statements, very abusive statements. But the essence is pathetic liar. It's very abusive. But one of the worst thing with these human beings, Just because they don't understand something, immediately they try to claim it is false. And these fellows who try to analyze, they say that Ramakrishna has deluded himself, not only others. At least the Swarnati fellows are saying only I am deluding others. But about Sri Ramakrishna, they said he deluded himself. For me, I think they have given little credibility. I only deluded others. For Ramakrishna, they said he has deluded himself. Natatte kasyachit papam nachaiva sukrutam vibhuhu Ajnane navrutam jnanam tena muhyanti chantavaha. When I read this verse, the ecstasy I feel, the joy I feel, the authenticity I feel. Even if these guys tell me that I have deluded myself, I am ready to be in this space for thousands of janmas. Because I know for sure they are only deluded. I wanted these psychoanalysts and psychiatrists, all of them to know, you guys are playing with the mind. I played with the mind itself. You are trying to play using your mind. I did my game with the mind itself. Finally, one lady, psychiatrist, psychoanalyst, I don't know, one lady who is also expert in this field, she slowly started telling, I'm not able to come to any conclusion like he is a liar or doing something wrong. Or she says, maybe he is in the spiritual field and he is in the zone of enlightenment. He may be doing all this with a purpose. Immediately they cut her off. They do not want her to talk further. Psychology or psychiatry needs to go for a long way to study us. Understand, we are way ahead of our time. Whenever a person lands on the planet Earth, way ahead of his time, is called incarnation. He is always opposed. Please understand. People ask me, Swamiji, how to find out whether somebody is a true incarnation or not? I tell you, don't go to a guru who is not in controversy. No, really. If he is not in controversy, he is not contributing anything new. He is just repeating like a parrot. Same old from the old books. When you repeat like a parrot, nobody will be angry at you. Everybody will be praise you. They will put garlands. They will accept you, worship you, respect you, do whatever they want. But when somebody expresses the truth, truth is never like parrot talking. It is lion roaring. When lion roars, you need to wake up. waking up is always a difficult job during waking up. Even though after waking up you enjoy the awakened consciousness, that during waking up, that few minutes, can I miss satsang today and go to the inner awakening session directly? Tell me, today morning how many thought in the bed? Raise your hand. Be honest, I really thought. Come on. Even though I don't have thoughts, no mind. So, it is usual when you are waking up, the process of waking up is always a work. Your inner space pulls you back, no, come on. Little time, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, that snooze in the alarm. When a lion roars, when you need to wake up, it is always a suffering. This truth is like a lion roaring. Nadatte kasyachit papam nachaiva sukrutam vibhuhu. Anyane navratam jnanam dena muhyandi jantavaha. Contemplate on this one line. Without referring to your contaminated past, with the feeling, maybe this is true, with the deep sympathy and love for this truth, you will experience it. You will experience this great truth.
Paramahamsa Nithyananda, a rare living incarnation, is named among the world's 100 most spiritually influential personalities today. Paramahamsa Nithyananda has been placed alongside Dalai Lama, Nelson Mandela, Oprah Winfrey, Paulo Coelho and others by Mind, Body, Spirit, the world's top esoteric magazine from Watkins, London's oldest and largest bookstore. A yogi by birth, he has been expressing his power of enlightenment since birth. He has authored more than 500 books in Tamil and English. Translations of these books are available in 26 languages in Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, Hindi, Sanskrit, Gujarati, Oriya, Bengali, Marathi, French, Malay, Polish, Portuguese, Italian, German, Danish, Spanish, Russian and Chinese. He is also an exemplary speaker with over 10,000 hours of profound life solutions through his discourses. Social services such as Annadan, free medical care, free educational services with ashrams, schools, temples, hospitals established in more than 140 places around the world, offering exceptional services. A powerful spiritual healer who has healed millions of people of diseases from migraine to cancer. A Kriya Yogi who has formulated Kriyas for physical health and mental well-being, benefiting thousands. A living master who offers practical solutions for our everyday problems. He is the founder and spiritual head of Nithyananda Dhyanapitham, a spiritual powerhouse who has revived the sacred Vedic tradition by establishing Vedic temples in places like Los Angeles, San Jose, Seattle, Toronto, Ohio, Oklahoma, Phoenix, St. Louis, Malaysia, Brazil, Paris, Guadeloupe, Dallas, New York, New Jersey, Atlanta, Calgary, Vancouver, Singapore, and places in India like Bengaluru, Hyderabad, Tiruvannamalai. a spiritual guru for 10 million followers, an incarnation who transmits the highest spiritual energy through initiation, a contemporary yogi who has revived the Vedic science of yoga worldwide through thousands of yoga centers, an adept in Ashtamahasiddhis, mystical yogic powers, who has effortlessly awakened the Kundalini of thousands and graced them with spiritual powers, a dynamic young guru who is an inspiration for thousands of youngsters, India's most watched spiritual guru online, a beacon of spiritual light who has triumphed over the forces of religious terrorism and political persecution. Paramahamsa Nithyananda is an eternal Kalpataru, blessing the world with the boons of material abundance and spiritual enlightenment. He is the 293rd Pontiff of the world's most ancient Hindu organization, Madurai Adinam.
Nithyanandaya swagatam Anandanubhavaswadam Sarvaroganivarakam Vande Papa Vinashaktam Nithyanandaya swagatam Nityamuktam Nirvikalpam Dhyanaloka Pradipakam Vande Shanta